But as long these rust spots will get their paint top of it, that it won't start again to accumulate some rusting, some spot. But now that it's painted with that chemical, it should be okay now, as long this surface it's not penetrated to the metal, because after if it happens it won't well, it won't help it, this rust prevention. All the thing is to just scrape it like I did, and with the nail polisher type pen or these small paint repair things, you can just plug it up and somewhat paint it somewhat same color. And if it's under here it won't matter a thing, but somewhere else, well, that's a different story. Well, here comes the next 2 passes at least. Okay. This is at the same time very exciting and well, very well. If I say that I'm afraid to do this, no, I'm not afraid, but things is that you tend to do in life when something works, well, do not in a heck touch it and fix it, because you will broke it. And somewhat same thing goes here. Well, rusting always is a bad thing, and it will break eventually some places, things, machines, so on. You have to fix it, okay? But what comes to painting itself, well, you have to do that. This is not a working tractor machine or anything that goes in the field and do things. This just drive us back and forth and look nice. And by looking nice, I just, like I said, if it works, do not fix it. So if I mess this up some way, well, it's on me, okay, but if I would take this to the shop, well, you know the price, today's prices, no in a heck. It's absolutely sure that it will look nice and so on. But if you have to save money, well, here we are. What can you do? I will use 1 pass still, and if need be I have to try to, if here is some spots that, well, in this spit won't matter, but in this top layer of here, these sides, then I have to do the finishing touch like when I doing it first time, and I will check if anything looks bad, then I will sand it little bit from there and do this wider spread again and hope that spray and pray will work and do my thing, because it would look very bad when you are looking something. So I will show you, and don't mind the gravel, crap and so on under there, but what I'm meaning like in here. If you check these patterns here and think of that same pattern here, you can see somebody has tried to fix this place and here, and everything seems so that there is this very different area here. It will look nice, okay, yeah, but still you can see these things. Well, already somebody can say some idiot had to do something, or at least try to do something. But yeah, let's see, I will show you. Yeah, disco, not disco. If this camera can pick up anything so close. But the places, come on now, what are like here, they are covered up. And this place did not have anything, at least to the metal. But here was some also. And now my LED light is doing this. Different color differentials here, so don't mind them. But yeah, now we start seeing those sparkles, or what is it called. But like here, there is a spot. Here is some, and there, and here is the little bit wider area, perhaps. This tape line is what I'm worrying about, not this upper side. And here is another spot. And maybe there. But as long this is underside, it won't matter, but the top side is the thing. Yeah, those are my worrying spots. I hope I don't screw this up. Well, I cannot screw it up. It has a paint already top of it, but you know, the ending results, I mean. And at least not seeing I have not painted. Anything else than this place. No, not my car or anywhere else. So somewhat okay. And the rusting always is a bad thing, because here this will get underneath, no problem. But if this thing stays like in here, the surface is very uneven. So that's why I never can get this kind of glow and surface area if there is a rust underneath. And I had just make the rust go away, but I did not do any sanding, like, yeah. But this thing is learning always. One day I might even start to use these base coatings that I'm just doing some areas, base coat it, sand it from large area, and after that doing this whole thing again. And now that it's like a round area, not like this, this is way let's just say the worstest kind of style to prevent a paint to go anywhere else than where it need to be, because now, like I said, these lines are showing pretty much. So I have very fine this sandpaper, and if this look bad, I will sanding very gently. this area, and only this outside spots. So nothing major, but still. This LED light will look it. With this LED light, this will look like a purple color, but this blue light will always give away. Yeah, the that painter told me that when the color will change, you can see that somewhat clearly, then the surface is somewhat ready to receive the next phase, whatever you are planning to do. I hope this this will work, and it seems so that this paint can tolerate this rust prevention stuff. No bubbling, fortunately. But yeah, some days you have to do something that you won't like to do, not because if you don't want to do, but because you have to do, and you know there is a high risk to break things more than they are. Like I said earlier, that if it works, don't fix it. And if you don't know how to paint, don't paint. Yeah, right. Well, here goes the last pass. Wish me luck. Okay. Now we can start to see if this thing paints anything badly or not. Okay, let's go the other side. Let's cover that up as well. Those parts that are not needed to have this color, or with, come on, now where I can put you, somewhere there. Here is only that left side that need to get this paint, and this side won't matter at all what kind of coating it will receive, as long it will receive it. Well, of course it would be okay to get this as well, okay, but what? Now I'm spraying. This has to be done well. We'll start from there. Do one pass. This can be very tricky because the more I spray and pray, the more it's will going to like start to pull down and down and down, and in the end it won't be a bad thing. because it won't show itself if there's no like somebody that wants to snoop around here. So but still this rubber sealing door seal has to be covered, because if that will get the paint, it's like my 7000 Syrian Ford. Somebody did the painting just like not covering the bump. Well, the rubber is no rubber anymore, it's something else because the coating. So yeah, at least somewhat I have to make sides to cover those surfaces, because this thing prevents you the water and the temperature to go rampant. And it prevents that this paint won't harden that rubber seal. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, as long it will just do some kind of barrier between these surfaces. This is somewhat scary thing to do. Well, there's nothing to cover anymore. I should, but like I said, this door, beneath this door panel, nobody usually just check anything that is related like this side here, but this inner panel is that is showing already inside of the car, but the under and this side here, this is so you are not just coming to the car and do things that, oh, nice rim wheels and so on, blah blah. When they open the door, they are not looking anything like, hey, you are missing some rubber padding or this part here or anything, blah, something so small. Well, this is not small, okay, yeah, but the place where it is. You are so close that you are opening the door that you are standing there, or where the camera is like now, and you are checking inside, not under these side panels like the area in here. So I don't know, I might be idiot that I'm not covering the place, but the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 6 mask spots. Why the heck I had to do all the things that I did the another side of this door? Only thing that I'm doing is working with this cardboard to cover my own car. So yeah, I'm done. Hello. The light. start and I don't know. Or one thing is that I could do the very close paint these pressings, that I will try to prevent that it won't start to accumulate those small droplets. But at least this is dried now. There is some small spots still that has more this liquid on it. But it's way drier than what it was last day when I was doing this. Okay. And that is obvious, I am not doing this from down to up. And what I should do is spray some alcohol now that this place has some. This won't need any more, this one. Only wiping those sides. It won't matter does that paint get itself stuck in this already okay area or not, because when I'm doing the last finishing touches, it will gain that glow back like it's now glowing, or how camera can it see, but you know what I mean. I'm trying just to survive. Don't judge me. And of course you are judging me. I'm judging myself as well, but here goes. Yeah, well, good thing that I tried. That small press, check it what it is doing. Still going down. This is going to be a very well, in that case I will take my words back. I will put some cementation here that it won't drop, at least somewhat stays in a place, because there is only these few spots that need to cover, nothing else. And I cannot press it tiny enough that I will get paint, but not that it won't happen. That this is this is so, I don't know. This is so confusing same time. What I am even doing. But well, thing is, I should just trust my wits and do the thing, because this, like I said, it will be behind. You cannot, you will see it some place maybe even, but it won't show itself if you are not looking specific. this thing. Okay. Now let's hope this tape will prevent that. It won't go haywire to go where it pleases. Now it starts to go down. That we already know. And well, it is obvious thing that nice. That now I have to let it dry. Make a new. This is what it would look like when it dry up. But it's still better looking than looking some rusting here. You have to choose between checking the rust and overall it's like a fine, or a little bit like this. And if I had that small paint gun, with that you can specify how much the air and how much the paint itself can go through, and in this case very small amounts of air and also very small amounts of paint, and you can do very small and tiny areas at a time. I should maybe try to use a cotton stick or something to put from there to here. One thing that I should have tried is the whole thing start and go straight down, but even so that amount of paint that will go through, it would be like from here, the distance would be way too much to get the very tiny coating to go. This will take age to dry up. And already I know when this dries up, if I have to shoot it again, it will look very horrific. Yeah, I cannot choose. In this case, this is not a machine that I can just do whatever I can. Dry itself closed. Yeah, we will be back to check the next layer. paint has now enough time to be cured. I did take a long break. Only this down portion of has this small black spots that paint has not taken any good hold to little spot, 3 little spots. Top from here down here, it's like it's little bit well, of course it is, it's not dried up, but the color has started to change the same as the main color is, even without that finishing touch. So that means even without that last like this glow thing, it's gonna be somewhat okay. First it really so really bad, because this is like first time when I'm using these kind of paints that are exactly the same thing as the one here with the this well finishing touches. This blue light will interfere the color itself, but with the well, that light what's behind me and the camera is somewhat yellowish color LED, not like white or bluish. This light, so it will somewhat discolorize this repainting spot, but with my own eyes what I can tell, it is not bad as long it will dry in some time. But now I will make the last go here, and tomorrow I will try to make that finishing touch so that it will cure itself enough long that this car can be drivable again, because just painted surface doesn't take very good, let's just say it won't take it very lightly when you are driving, just you have done painting to it. See. Okay. This portion can be done later even, because now that if I rebuild this paneling here, this will stay operational. I can do it like later if this look somewhat bad or something, I can sand it a little bit and redo the painting from the spots if there is some, like now it's I can see the glittering is going down, small portions of it, but I can do this afterwards anyway. The main part is that front section. There is this I have two these rust prevention chemicals. Another one is this black that goes black when it's reacting with the rust, and another was gray or white, the base color. So now I understand why the painter told me that always when you are painting, this would be okay if it's in a place like inside this, like where you just cannot see, at least very easily. But like in here you can see it. And now if it's grayish white or something between those, the paint that you are painting top of it, it will do the same as the black sustenance, but like now there is still one spot that doesn't take this paint top of it very good. But like I said, I can do this afterwards. It's basically now rust prevented, well, to the point where this just holds what it holds. And now when I'm doing that finishing touch, but before I do anything I will check, can I sand somewhat these two spots still. But yeah, basically they are perhaps too wet, that's why it won't hold it. But like I said, it is now covered up and it is easy to redo afterwards. And now the front side, when that is cured enough, then I will rebuild this whole thing. This front side seems to be dried up. The coating was so light that I had, or well, not had, that I did here, that it went okay. I think I should, well, overpainting is doing nothing that this will benefit from it. But still I will try this one spot. Yeah, that will do. Few spots did have some, well, I think it might be okay. Obviously that place has from down here to here I have to do small sanding, and after that sanding, one paint at least, or two passes, then it will at least, I think it might fix the thing, that black stays under it like it should. Now I learned how I can do very small little repair sprays so that the coating itself won't be so thick. Like in here, I just and move it away. And the thing is, if you just spray it and stop it somewhere, it will collect so much more this color mist in one place that it can cause paint to go run and not stay in the one place. So I tried the other side also that, but in here it might work. But I think this paint doesn't have this surface anymore that the next paint will stay on it so easily. So that's why the small portion of it, if I sanding that somewhat gently and apply the next layer, I think that might be a problem fixing to this. At least I hope. That won't be a bad thing if it won't fix it from the spraying itself. The rest of these are okay. And even from here, not my own light using those spray passes that I did. There is a few spots that you can tell that there is oversprayed something top of it. And yeah, obviously when you are painting something you have to sand it. Only thing that I did is use some brake cleaner and grease it. And obviously that's not enough, because if it has this finishing layer top of it, it also somewhat prevents the next coating, whatever it is, that it won't hold it. And this is the results. Well, not that in that case, but in overall, whenever you are painting, or if you want to paint something, the surface need to be rough enough that the paint will get hold of it, or you have to use the base coating that acts like a glue base for the top going layer of the whatever you want to do, paint or finishing it somewhat. And obviously all the things that I dig out with my this little iron steel tool, every single piece is now missing, and that piece might be 3, 4, 5 micrometers thick, and now it's gone. So I can definitely say where those parts are missing, because you have to paint so many layers of paint if you want to get a smooth surface somewhere without any dusting this, well, paste that will cover up holes and uneven surfaces, and you have to dust it. So meaning from here I should make the paste, sand it, and make sure that it's that every whatever the well, these turns, rounds, whatever surface area you can feel from your hand, that they are same level and it's smooth. After that you do this and it would be okay. But of course here is plastic this cover, and here is the doors outer side cover also, and there is this there is some paste from the factory itself. So even if I use some paste stuff, I would get, well, some places are smooth and some are not because of these covers. These are not iron, this is plastic cover here, and here is the plastic list, or that doors bottom part, and also there is this, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically glues this portion so tightly that even if this is penetrated, that stuff, it's not well, it's like a like a something rubber, or you know, these are indoors in the engine compartment. There are places even underneath this car, or cars has this same thing. Anyway, this place won't be level. Do whatever you like, but it won't be a level. That is one thing what is sure. So anyway, but the front side is a different story. It's looking okay. It could be a much better, but it could be much worse also. Now we close this. That nobody animal decides that, hey, here is some nice place to hang out and make a mess. Carefully, like so. Yeah. Well, let's see what kind of thing is this. This side, this thing. With my light, it would be a bad looking. Yeah, I am not professional and in any measure, and those darken spots are from that when I'm using that rust prevention chemical. So these are normal. Also here's few spots. I don't know how good it is to see, but overall the sparkling what this paint has will show itself somewhat. And here is the bad place. This is the place where I have to use this 2000 grade. This one. 2000 grade sanding paper. Way too fine. But, like I said, I have to make sure that these, perhaps, and I hope there is next to none that you can identify where these covers are being held. That this color will blend itself so much that it won't basically show itself. Only the keenest eye can see it, but not even my own eyes could not see it after that finishing touch. When I'm putting everything back together, I hope that this thing should give me some slack, that I would had a success with this painting. And if it looks even slight a bit decent, it's fine. I hope this car can stay within our family, like to the very end of this car's life. So even if not, it is what it is. For me, it's a nice experience to have, and perhaps you can see that idiots like myself can do this kind of jobs and get maybe somewhat decent quality. That's not matter how I make my machines. I will use only this rust prevention compound that has this paint in it. So I will do just the base repairs, and when it's done, degrease and put that stuff to it with a well, not paint gun, but these brushes, and be done with it. Let it few days to get hardened enough that it withstand weather and basically working conditions, and no matter if there is a cracks or, well, not deep cracks. I mean those one that should be opened up and weld like close, not that kind, but these like that. You can see that where the force, this boom has a yellow top color, but the underneath it is this red, so that kind of cracks. So it will be uneven no matter, but it will stay there, and I don't have to think next time, does it look good or not? It will work just fine. But yeah, this is somewhat well, I don't know. You just has to be somewhat more careful and think what you do before and after, and next thing is do not paint like under 10 degrees Celsius and when it's raining like now all day. But yeah, I have time when this has to be done, so that I can go, or my fiance can go to get this car to inspector and get the license for this year, or if there's something to repair, then I will repair and we try it again to get this. And this is nothing to do with that inspection thing, but you know, the Finnish laws. Every car has, if it's old enough, you have to inspect it every year. Good thing and bad thing, but anyway, the faster I do this, the better. But no, yeah, if I just go and spray top of it, done, it would be a bad thing. As we saw how much rusting can do damage if you just let it go and go and go. And now that I know this car panel, this bottom side, what kind of shit is in there, even if there is these 3 holes where the air can go in and dry it out, but it won't prevent salts, any rusting chemical, something that causes black iron to go rust, so anything. It will dry out, yeah, but if the pH is up or down, meaning that coating top of that iron, these surfaces, they start to rust. So basically, if this would be my personal car, what I would do is take this panel off and spray that bottom line full of that same stuff that goes underneath the car, and that is a thick layer, 3-4 mils. There is no such chemical that will destroy that coating inside that door. No matter the pressure washer, if you are using pressure washer, any chemicals, soaps, even if their pH is over 7 or under, that won't matter. When it sticks there, and just get enough time to get somewhat hardened surface. As long it's there, it won't rust. And there is only 4 doors that is somewhat easy to take off that panel and spray it from the top to down. And of course these holes that will let the air circulate inside the door would be good to be open. So some plugs there, and when the job is done, you will just take the plugs off and the airways are open, but there is no inner way in like a million years that the next time it will get some moisture in, salts, anything, that it can start to make any rusting. Yeah, when you are diving deep enough, this how to you manage to get your car, machine, anything to last harsh conditions. Well, you maybe need to buy a few books or check some video. How do you prevent something to happen? Like in this case, every time you are doing some rust prevention, it will hold many things that you have to do before and afterwards. And like these big machines, they are very easy, like I told you already. But car itself, well, top layer of it underneath and let's say between these panels and so on, that they are not so important to be nice, look nice. But the outside, if you can keep it okay, like I said, I'm not, if I get this right, woo, nice. But if it is a decent okay, I will still give myself thumbs up that I had the courage to even start to do this. Because if you do something that goes bad, well, it's not yay thing. You can smack your head to this or living tree many times and still you are being as idiot as you were before. So in time I had few cars that I did repair, but the painting was just like here, but I did not make any, like the color was silver and I just took the clear the nearest color of the spray cans and fix it and just do that painting. But some idiot, it did not put any rust prevention in that repaired area beforehand. But those cars are already in a cars heaven. So it won't matter, and I was so young. Now that I am doing these things with some kind of experiences, so I can already tell what I can do, which I am very sure that the end quality is what it is, that I can expect out of me. yeah, there is few challenges still upholding before I can rip off all these covers and so on and slap the half of the car back together and hope that it will A last and B it won't look bad when it's like it should be, and C I don't have to do this to car at least like never, because I would like to, when I'm doing something I would like to have tools and measures, means, blah blah blah, that can do that job when there is a user that can use the whole set perfectly. And now I am not. I don't have tools, means, measures, anything. I just try. This is a life. Welcome to my life. Yeah. But anyway, next time I hope I will paint like my trailer or something else that doesn't like ask, hey, by the way, next week is the beauty contest, so no pressure, but make like a perfect. No, I cannot make perfect things out of this. Not with my tools and places. The paint gun thing, I don't already know if I had that. It would be so freaking nice if I had the warm, dry place. This thing would take, well, if I say top 3 days, and it is dismantled and put back together in those 3 days. I think that might be like very accurate. But now only that rust preventing has already taken 1 day, and almost this day, the second day, from inside there is still that one spot won't want that color to be there. So tomorrow I will sand it, put the one coat of that color there, and maybe after tomorrow's work I will hope that it will be cured enough that I can do that one coating of that finish, so that I can leave it and make it okay some other time, better weather and so on. But this had to be done like tomorrow, that when I'm doing that assembling, so it won't take, well, 2 days, let's just say that way. After these 2 days this must be in a like finished. So not any tight spots, but everything is quite clear, but still I'm shivering that when I'm taking all of these off, what kind of lines I will find from that tape lines. And if I have to use that 2000 grade sandpaper, but what can I do that I won't mess it up, so that when I'm doing the finishing, that you touch the places and now you can see where did you touch those places. Even if I try to just take those small lines out of the side, and I did botch it up. But I don't think this this won't be botched up. The only thing that I should have done now that these aftermarket brains will told that when you are doing this covering with the tape itself, I should have done that. I just follow this groove outside very closely, and when I'm done, it's no matter even if it will collect this this downside, that the droplets, it won't matter, because it will stay so hidden that I don't know. Like I told you, when you put idiot to do something that it won't be sure, can he do even that thing? Of course I can. Anybody can. But the end results, if they are bad, well, you should let somebody that does perhaps in his or her professionals these paintings, they will have this work from the first time. Yeah, anyway, this will stay like it is now. It's raining. I do not go get myself wet today anymore. So we will continue this battle in another day. So see you in next video. Bye bye.